enjoy this?
I enjoyed the goals tonight, actually. I think it's just because of the emotion, how the game went, everything about it. Trying to analyse that will be difficult, but ultimately it's a brilliant result, a brilliant performance for the players to come through that tie over 2 legs. One thing I did say to the players, that I massively played it down, the away leg, of the magnitude of that result, to go over there and win 2-0 in an atmosphere like that, an environment where they probably haven't been before. We played it down knowing it was half time in the tie, but over the course of it, there's again loads of things I need to analyse to make us better, but delighted for the players, delighted for everything that went with it. I think we fully deserve to be in the next round, so all in all, fantastic night's work.
It was never going to be plain sailing, but I mean, when the test of character came, you delivered.
That's the big thing. We spoke a lot yesterday about, I was asked a lot about the importance of the first goal, never mind being 2-0 down. I think that was a big thing. So half time came at a really big time for us, to get in at 2-0 at half time. I actually thought played really well in the first half. Shape was good, structure was good, created big chances within the game, knowing that they were going to have a bit of the ball and have to come after us because they were 2-0 down. Unfortunately, we didn't take our chances, and then it's a couple of mistakes that we know about from Smudge. Didn't cover himself in glory, but even the second one, there's elements of that we can defend that better. Edge of the box, not tracking runners. So to find ourselves 2-0 down, that was the message at half time. It was all about, this is a massive test of your character now. It's not about ability, you've just demonstrated that you're good enough to do it. It's not to do with shape, the shape was good. It's about the test of character and making sure you all say the right things, I'll say the right, or believe you're saying the right things. It's about going and demonstrating it, and I think they've certainly done that. And then to find ourselves 3-2 up, which was great on the tie, and then to be pegged back in the very last second again another massive test of character, to go into extra time. And then in extra time I thought we handled that a little bit better than we did towards the end of 90 minutes. Only really gave up the one big chance. But I'm again delighted for Smudge for his second half and extra time performances, because big test of his character tonight. We haven't made the mistakes he did, and he fully deserves it, to make sure we're in the next round, for how consistent he's been for such a long time. And some of the saves he made in the second half was a real test of his character. So all in all, as I say, a lot to analyse, a lot of improvement to be done, but delighted for the players because I think they deserve it.
It's a special goal that got you back in. I mean, do you expect that from him now?
It's a good clearance. I think as I say, take his goal out of it, he was exceptional tonight. Everything he done from the first second onwards, a real handful. Everything we've spoke about Kieran before was there again to see. His goal was a special goal for a special night. Spoke about, if you win the game tonight, it would be a special night. So it doesn't matter how you get through, would be a special occasion. And it was great that it was a goal with that. Probably a wee bit unfortunate that didn't actually go and win the game there and then. So delighted for him on a personal level because of what he's been through. I've spoke a lot about he's had a lot of praise recently, and deservedly so, but he's been through a lot as well. 2 really long-term injuries. It's a real test of character to keep going into the gym every day, keep working hard, join a new club, then get a setback again, then need an operation on it, to then pull himself through that, and then to do what he's doing now. I think he fully deserves it for everything he's done up until this point. And as I keep saying, there's a lot more to come for Kieran Bowie, which is a real positive for everybody.
So he brought him here for, wasn't it a big moment, and they don't really come much bigger than that, I suppose.
No, it certainly is. It certainly was. It was a massive moment in the game, but as I've just said, you take the goal out of it, what he's given us at the minute, his appetite, his hunger, the way, a bit of a throwback in how he plays centre forward, which is something that's difficult to play against, but even the quality he's got as well when he's in these positions. And I don't really like singling players out. I think he was always going to get a lot of the plaudits for tonight, but there was a lot of huge performances tonight. The effort level from every single player was there, and I'm delighted for them all because I think they deserve it.
David, you could hear it all round about us at half time about Jordan Smith. He's got to take him off. He's got to get him at the firing line. It's going so too badly for him. I doubt if that's something you'd have considered. I don't know. You tell me, but how hard is it for a goalkeeper when he comes off and he's going, that one's just going right under his arms, and everybody's on his back, to come out and show that kind of character and courage? Yeah, it's
huge. I think it's something that he's demonstrated for a long time in a Hibs jersey, especially. He's been so consistent, he's been so reliable during difficult times. You think about when he made his debut for the club, was in a difficult time when that position was under real scrutiny, and then made a mistake that night, or was, arguably could have done better for the goals. But he's done what he does, which is he is a calming influence. He is a real, his character is really strong. Spoke to him at half time, and I think when you make a mistake, you look at the second goal, like he'll get, because he makes the final mistake, but there's 3 or 4 mistakes that lead up to that. As a goalkeeper, you've got no hiding place. If you make the mistake, you get punished, and that's what happens. That's why it's quite a lonely position to be in, and it takes a strong character to be able to do that. And as I've just said, I had no doubts about Smudge in the second half. Now, what he does do then is he doesn't take any risks, so he didn't overplay, he didn't put himself in positions again, he simplified his game and made some big saves, and that's all you can ask of your goalkeeper in the moments. And I'm delighted for him, because if we'd went out off the back of a couple of mistakes, he certainly doesn't deserve it for his level of performance and contribution of the last, however long it's been, 9 months he's been in the team. So, and when you make a mistake, you want someone to pull you out, and Kieran certainly done that when he popped up with his goal, and then what we went on to do in extra time. So, as I say, I'm delighted for everybody, but no more, obviously, Smudge. Delighted for him as well.
Did you consider taking him off? Did you have to have a conversation with him to check his head was alright?
No, I never considered taking him off. No, it's easy to say that now, clearly. But no, as I said, I know his character, I know him as a person. Spoke to him, he knew, held his hand up straight away, he knows that. As I said, I think half time came at a really good time, because we did get a bit stretched at that moment. There was a clear momentum shift, which we've experienced, and that's what happens in sport, clearly. So half time came at a good time. I was able to settle everybody down, simplify everybody's game, and just basically ask them the question. This is a test of character now. This is the biggest test you're going to face. You've demonstrated you can do it, you've demonstrated we're good enough, it's over to you to go and do it, and they certainly delivered that. So it takes every single person that's on the pitch to be able to do it, and you even see it from the side, the staff, how much it means to absolutely everybody involved. So I'm delighted for everyone.
How did you get them going again for extra time? Because the timing of that goal must have been so deflating.
That's another one, as we just touched on. So again, the character massively being questioned. I've been there as a player myself. When you think you're just about there, the effort that goes into it, how you feel probably in the last 30 seconds, 40 seconds of the game, to then think at the last second, we need to go again here for 30 minutes. That's a huge test again. Just quick to remind the players of why we found ourselves in front. Now clearly the last 5 minutes of the 90 minutes, I'd like us to be more aggressive, I'd like us to have more control, I'd like us to go to the corner at times. The game management side will analyse, and that's my job, to make sure the players are better in these moments or learn from these moments. But you could clearly see every player from both sets of teams giving it absolutely everything, and at that point they're in the moment, they're making decisions, it's a bit emotionally led, and then mistakes happen. But I think, as I just said, the character was tested, but I think over the course of it, I think they deserve to go through, so I'm delighted for them.
What's the next one tied on the group stage? How are you viewing that?
Again, it's the first we've obviously got Livingston now, so quickly, I think that's in 2 days or something now, but it must be midnight, so I think that's the challenge now as a staff, to make sure you get the players, get them in tomorrow, get them recovered, get them ready for the League Cup, which is an opportunity, say it when you come to this club, to try and win something. We've demonstrated already this season in one-off games, if we play at our level, we're a really good side, and really hard to beat. We'll need to be bang at it for Livingston. It'll be a real difficult test, and then when the European stuff comes round again, it's a brilliant opportunity again. And as I said at the very start of the season, group stage football was the challenge to the players. I've challenged them numerous times over the last, whatever it is, 15 months, on trying to recreate history and change history in a positive way. I know I keep saying it, I probably sound like I'm repeating myself all the time, but one thing was, can we achieve group stage football, having to go around it the hard way, and we're still on course for that. We'll just take one game at a time and look forward to that one when it comes around.
Thanks.
Cheers.